Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jurgensen Park for another iteration of the neighborhood rivalry between the Junior Jays of Creighton Prep welcoming the Warriors of Westside. Mike Knockenauer alongside Colton Alder to bring you all the action here this evening between two teams that have had a rough start to the season. Definitely not where either of these squads expected or hoped to be at this point in the season, but nonetheless, it's always a good matchup when these two schools meet. Colton, what do you got for us before we get this thing squared away?
Yeah, both of these teams pretty evenly matched, even if it's been a rough start to the season for both of these teams. Prep Westside, always a competitive matchup. So it'll be exciting to see how this game goes down. Junior Jays looking to get back in the win column. They desperately need to start racking up some wins after a rough start to the year, because if they don't get it figured out soon, things can really spiral. So need a big win here today.
It'll be Braden Hosey to lead things off for the Warriors here this evening. Strike one is in there from the Junior J starter in Easton Laux. A great season for him so far. 12 and a third. Just shy of just under 3.5 ERA. Solid whip at 1.62, and then a good strikeout to walk ratio, 11-6. As there, he sits down Hosey on 3 straight strikes. A good start for the Junior Jays, as there's one away here in the top of the first.
And the one thing that stuck out to me from his start against Lincoln East his last time out was his ability to throw strikes, particularly after those first 2 innings. And he continues that, getting 3 straight in there against the leadoff man in Hosey and getting off to a really good start to this game.
That will bring up Nicola French. He chops one over to second. And an easy put out there for the second baseman, Birchfield, and quickly there's 2 away.
And basically the best start that Laux could have asked for. 4 pitches, 4 strikes, 2 outs, and a strikeout. He's put himself in a good position here with 2 gone, but a third out can often be the hardest to get. So getting a clean first inning here and setting up this offense is going to be huge.
Trey Savoy will step in and see the first ball thrown by Laux so far. 3-hitter for the Warriors. Finds himself in a favorable 2-0 count. That one upstairs. Laux in his 4th start of the season. As you mentioned, that Lincoln East game looked very solid after a couple shaky innings to start, but there he walks Savoy on 3 pitches as the Warriors get their first base runner here with 2 away in the top of the first.
That's been an issue for the Junior Jays all year, nearly averaging a walk per inning as a staff, 61 walks over 65 innings heading into this game. That's an issue they're going to have to curtail very fast. Giving up these early base runners, especially when they don't have to work for it, is something they just can't afford to have.
And now 6 straight balls for Laux. As now he falls behind 2-0 against the cleanup hitter for the Warriors and Jack Scholes, as that one clips the outside of the zone. Two-one. Once again, that outside part of the plate evens the count at 2-2.
Down 2-0 in the count, gets 2 pitches in the same location, basically over for strikes. Put himself in a better spot.
That one misses, and the count goes full 3-2.
Savoy definitely going on this pitch.
That he does, right back up the middle between the legs of Laux and shot into center field. And just like that, two out base runners for the Warriors as Scholes on a hard grounder up the middle, singles and brings up the starting pitcher for the Warriors in Marcus Chandler.
Lauk's just trying to get that ball in the zone on 3-2, and sometimes when you're just trying to throw a strike, that can happen. Left it a bit too much over the middle and ends up resulting in a hit, but can't be too upset with that since the runner didn't get to advance, and it's just a single in the end. Can get out of this inning with some good pitches here.
Laux kicks, deals, misses on the outside part of the plate. As we mentioned, Chandler, the starting pitcher for the Warriors. He'll be on the bump this evening. What a start to the season for the sophomore. We'll get into that whenever he takes the mound at the bottom of the first, but this one is chopped to the second baseman in Birchfield, who flips it over to Anderson for the easy put out at second base. So a couple of base runners there for the Warriors, but no damage done as the Junior Jays are able to escape the top of the first with no run damage. We will take a break and come back for the bottom half of the first. You're watching Class A Baseball right here on CPSN. Welcome you back to Jurgensen Park. Scoreless top of the first for the Warriors, as now we will bring out the sophomore starter for the Warriors in Marcus Chandler. And what a start to the year it has been. His fourth start of the season. 12 innings. An ERA just above 1. A whip just above 1. And then a 15-3 strikeout to walk ratio. So it has been quite the start of the year for him, as Logan Birchfield, the leadoff man for the Junior Jays, will bunt this one foul to start things off.
What sticks out is some of his individual starts. In his first appearance of the year in Westside's first game of the season, he went 5 scoreless in a 1-0 win over Millard West. Then went 6 innings, a 2-run ball versus the #1 team in the state, Papio South. Ended up getting handed the loss because his offense only got him 1 run of support, but pitched really well in that game. Going to be a tough matchup for the Junior Jays against the sophomore.
Quickly ahead in the count, 1-2 against the Junior Jays leadoff man. Kicks and deals, and a swing on a ball in the dirt, throw on to first. And Birchfield is retired for the first out. Some nasty stuff there from the sophomore.
Just a great breaking ball right there. Got Birchfield to chase on 1-2. was trying to protect the zone, but instead ended up chasing one a bit too far out there, and Chandler gets the strikeout to open off the ball game.
So that will bring up the junior Husker commit, Charlie Ziola. He's looking to bunt as well. Gets this one down the third base line over to first in time. Good play there from Trey Savoy, the third baseman, and there's quickly 2 away.
Yeah, they get one in play there. They've struggled with the strikeout these past couple of games, but Ziola just gets the ball in the field there, trying to beat out a grounder on a bunt, but instead ends up just being an easy out, number 2.
Brings the catcher, Tony Caniglio, to the plate. He's quickly up in the count, 2-0. This one going to be shot hard to short. Long throw near the outfield grass, but it is made, and the side is retired in order. A good start there for Marcus Chandler as the Warriors get off the field quickly. We will be right back here after a scoreless first inning. You're watching Class A Baseball right here on CPSN. We welcome you back to Jurgensen Park, a scoreless first inning on both sides, as Easton Laux and the Prep defense back out there for the second inning. It'll be Liam Kroniken to lead things off for the Warriors, who were able to put on 2 base runners there in the top of the first, but nothing more than that, as Kroniken waves and misses on a breaking ball, and Laux up 0-2. Is this one going to be shot right at Birchfield? He bobbled it, but he stuck with it for the first out of the inning. Good concentration there from Logan Birchfield over there at second, as he picks up the first out of the inning the hard way.
Just great concentration to stay focused on that play, not giving up after he wasn't able to secure it on the initial leap. And a big first out to this inning. Laux definitely grateful for his second baseman's effort there.
That brings up Burke Brown to the plate. The right fielder for the Warriors this evening. This one shot right back at Laux, but no problem handles the comebacker perfectly, and there's 2 away.
A little bit of bad luck for the Warriors early on this inning. A pair of balls that they hit pretty hard and had a good chance of landing for hits, but just end up landing harmlessly into the gloves of the Junior J fielders. Big first 2 outs of the inning for Laux, who will try and get a bit of an easier out, number 3 now, after he had a little bit of trouble getting that 3rd out in the last frame.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that 3rd out always the toughest to come by, as now Laux falls behind 3-0. And what catches the outside part of the plate. Harrison Yeager up to the plate for the Warriors, the 8-hitter and first baseman this evening. 3-1 pitch from Laux. That one's going to be grounded over to Birchfield at second. Fields it well over to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Laux and the Junior Jays. This one's going quick so far. We might have ourselves a pitcher's duel in the works, but stay tuned. We'll have the home half of the second coming up. Bottom of the second here at Jurgensen. It's been a quick moving one so far, as Marcus Chandler back out there for his second inning of work. He'll face Braden Cato to start things off here in the home half of the second. It'll be Cato, Cosgrove, and Anthony for the Junior Jays. That one misses outside for ball 1. A low 2-0 count now to Cato.
For the Junior Jays, getting any sort of a base runner would be huge for him.
As now a bobble by the third baseman, but well recovered there by Savoy, as he's got plenty of time to fire over to first for the 5-3 putout.
First baseman number 7, Jack Cosgrove.
A little bit of hope there when Savoy bobbled it initially for the Junior Jays, but he was able to recover and get Cato out there. Now Jack Cosgrove stepping up to the plate. Does have 2 home runs on the season, but will be a little bit more difficult today with the wind blowing in.
You see out there in center, American flag blowing directly in as this one is popped up into left. Frederick is under it to make the catch, quickly 2 away.
Just tried to get that one into the gap, but with this wind blowing in, not able to carry as much, and an easy play for Frederick out there in left. Already another quick start to the inning for Chandler on the mound.
In the blink of an eye, it's already 2 away. This one fouled right back at the screen. 1-1 to Anthony.
For for the Junior Jays, they might be looking to try and secure some longer at bats. A lot of quick outs early on for Chandler. So if they can work the count a little bit against him and get that pitch count up, it'll be big later in the game.
2-1 on the way to Anthony. Swung on and missed. Great pitch there from Chandler. Now he's a strike away from back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And Chandler back-to-back 1-2-3 innings as he makes quick work of the Junior Jays once again. We will head to break through 2 already. You're watching Class A Baseball right here on CPSN. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Both pitchers making quick work of the first 2 innings as we're already top of 3 here at Jurgensen between the Warriors and the Junior Jays. It will be the 9-hitter in Kai Frederick to lead things off for the Warriors here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch from Laux, chased away from Caniglio for a 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. That one's going to be driven down the line and going to get fair. Frederick will hold at first, so a leadoff single for the Warriors left fielder. And that will bring up the top of the lineup here with no outs and a base runner for Braden Hosey.
Frederick just gets around on one there, knocks it down the third base line for a hit. 9-hole hitter getting on for Westside's going to be huge as the top part of this order coming up against Laux, looking to get some offense against him.
As Hosey will lay down a bunt, it'll go right to Cosgrove at first, who applies the tag. But it does its job. Hosey with the sacrifice bunt will move Frederick up to second. So now runner in scoring position with 1 away for Nicola French.
It's just some good small ball from Westside there with your best hitter on deck. Just get a bunt down, put the runner in scoring position, and French, who hits .316 with 6 RBIs this season, has a chance to add to that total with a runner in scoring position here.
First pitch in there, outside part of the plate for strike 1. As you mentioned, a golden opportunity for French to add to that RBI total as the Warriors finally putting someone on with less than 2 outs.
French swung at the first pitch and grounded out his first time up, taking some pitches early on, and Westside trying to work the pitch count on Laux a little bit.
Laux up to 34 pitches so far here through 2 1/3 up to this point. And now he's got a little bit of work to do here with the base runner. And now a situation at the plate as he's down 3-1 to French.
That was a good breaking ball. Looked like a pitch that he might have been able to get French to chase at, but good take there.
This one going to be grounded to third. Cato will look Frederick back at second, and the throw on to first is in time. So best case scenario for the Junior Jays, Frederick stays put, and they're able to pick up the second out of the inning, 2 away.
Yeah, best hitter for Westside up at the plate on a 3-1 count. Very dangerous situation, but Laux throws a good pitch, gets a grounder, and Cato just able to set his feet and make the throw to first with his arm over there at the hot corner.
That one misses just inside for ball 1.
Savoy drew a 4-pitch walk his first time up.
Fouls that one away. As you mentioned, Savoy, the 3-hitter for this team, has some good numbers on the year so far. But he's got a good opportunity to add to that now. As the Warriors look to break through on the scoreboard, Savoy will take a timeout. That one outside for ball 2.
Breaking ball just tried to get a bit of a chase on Savoy there, but good take, makes it a 2-1 count.
This one going to be shot down into left. It gets through the gap. Ziola's throwing to home, and not able to corral it is Caniglio. Run will score, and Savoy will move up to second. And the Warriors strike first here in the top of the third. It's 1-0.
Yeah, that breaking ball just hangs up there a bit too much. Savoy able to pull it and get it into the outfield. Frederick just running home, and a bit unfortunate for the Junior Jays to not be able to connect on that throw, which allows Savoy to move into scoring position. And there's still some danger in this inning. Laux just needs to get out of this, only having given up 1 run, and hope this offense can get something going against Chandler.
Now Scholes coming up to the plate. 1 for 1 already on the day. As he looks to add some quick insurance for the Warriors. This one going to be grounded over to short. Anderson with a long throw to make, and it's offline. Pulled Cosgrove off the bag. So everyone's safe. Runners at the corners now with 2 away. And a great opportunity for Marcus Chandler to give himself some more run support. Here as he comes to the plate with a runner 90 feet away from extending the Warriors' lead.
This is a huge at-bat. Can't afford to let Westside get any additional run support because it's going to be very difficult to get runs against Chandler on the other end. That previous play ruled a hit.
As this one going to get down and right, and it eats up Anthony. 1 run in to score. Getting sent is Scholes. He will come in to score, and it's a 2-run double for Marcus Chandler, the starting pitcher, adding some of his own run support. And the Warriors have put up 3 here in the top of the third.
Just a good piece of hitting there from Chandler to get his bat around on that. Was a little bit late, so he hit it the other way, but ended up hitting it well enough to get down in the outfield. And I don't know if the wind altered Anthony's perception of the ball, but that bit of struggle fielding it allows the second run to score there. And at this point, just need to get out of this inning, prevent it from getting even more out of control.
Kronikin to the plate. That one foul tipped into the screen. One is popped up, and that'll get out of play with the wind. So now 1-2 to Kronikin.
Lennox hasn't been able to get a strikeout since the opening batter of the game. Would be a great situation to get number 2 there.
Runner goes. This one going to be blooped into left, but Anderson there to make the catch and end the inning, but not before the Warriors are able to bring across 3 as they take full control of this one. We'll head to the home half of the third. You're watching Class A Baseball right here on CPSN. Warriors breaking the scoreboard, cracking the scoreboard there in the top of the third. So they make this a 3-0 ball game as the Junior Jays back up now here in the bottom half of the third. Garrett Anderson, Liam Smithberg, and John Lysick, 7, 8, 9 for the Junior Jays here in the bottom of the third. But they need to get something going here quick after the Warriors brought across 3 there in the top half.
You're going to need to work some longer at-bats against Chandler. He's gotten a lot of quick outs, got through the first 2 innings pretty easily. Just make him work for some of these at-bats, get a couple guys on, and put a little bit of a tax on that right arm.
Two-two pitch. Anderson holds up, and it's a full count. Payoff pitch. This one going to be popped over on the right side, but the wind will carry it out of play.
But the way the wind was blowing, it might have been trying to blow it back into play, but ends up just drifting out of there, and now Anderson's going to get another shot.
So we'll do the 3-2 once again. That one in there, strike 3. Chandler sits down Anderson looking, and there's one away.
Just a well-located pitch there from Chandler. Gets it just on the outside of the zone to catch Anderson looking, and more difficult first out, but ends up getting the leadoff man out in the third.
1-0 to Smithburg. In there for strike one. Fouled away. One-two is upstairs. Chandler retiring the first 7 Junior Jays he's faced, looking to make it 8. As the 2-2 awaits, that one in the dirt. Payoff pitch coming. That one going to be shot down the line and corralled over there at first by Harrison Yeager. So the U3 will retire the second of the inning. At the bottom of the lineup, and John Lysek will step to the plate.
A good at bat there from Smithburg, forces it to a 3-2 count and then gets some solid contact on the ball there. Some of the best the Junior Jays have gotten today. He just hit it right at the first baseman. Bit of an unlucky break there, but Chandler looking a little bit more vulnerable in the third. Offers some hope for the Junior Jays going forward in this one.
That one in there for strike two. Chandler dealing here so far. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. 9 up, 9 down for Marcus Chandler. And the Warriors are feeling it here through 3. Westside with the 3-0 lead. We will step aside. We'll be back for the 4th inning here at Jurgensen. Welcome you back to Jurgensen Park. A quick 3 innings, but enough time for the Warriors to put across 3 back in the top of the 3rd, as well as their starter Marcus Chandler retiring the entirety of the Junior Jays lineup in order through the first 3 innings. As now the top of the 4th here at Jurgensen. This one shot down the right field line by Burke Brown, but it will carry foul.
The 7, 8, 9 hitters in the Westside lineup due up. Miox will look to get a good inning here. Need to get, can't allow the top of this order to come up in the inning with runners on after what happened in the 3rd.
This one going to be shot to second as Birchfield able to make the catch for the first out. Brown is retired, and that'll bring up Harrison Yeager.
Good pitch by Laux there, gets some weak contact, and Birchfield just able to catch up to it. Good first out there from the Junior Jays lefty.
Swing and a miss for strike one. This one going to be shot directly up, back near the fencing. Making the catch is Tony Caniglio. A good defensive play there from the Junior Jays catcher for a quick 2 outs here in the top of the fourth.
Just great concentration there from Caniglio. Not an easy play, drifting towards the net and then back towards the field. Kind of had to reach back up for it. Great play there behind the plate. And as you could kind of see, some of the Junior Jays students.
Yeah, they were excited for that one. Junior Jays with some fans there right behind home plate as that one will just get over the outstretched glove of Anthony. Frederick he comes around second. He was trying to think about going for third, and he gets caught. So it's a double in the scorebook, but it will end the inning as Frederick is cut down, trying to extend it to a triple. And the Junior Jays will more than take that as they get out of the top of the fourth unscathed. We will head to break. Maybe the Junior Jays can try and carry some of that momentum to offense as they'll have a fresh lineup. 1, 2, 3. Birchfield will lead things off when we come back here for the bottom of the fourth. Class A baseball right here on CPSN. Top of the lineup here for the Junior Jays. Birchfield, Ziola, Caniglio all due up here in the bottom of the fourth. It was 9 up, 9 down for Chandler through the first 3 innings. But now the second go-around of the lineup for the sophomore righty, who's been dealing all year so far against some of the best competition in the state. And he's brought some of his best stuff here tonight.
For Creighton Prep, I think just getting that first guy on is going to be huge. Create some pressure on the young righty. Try and throw him off his game a little bit.
So that one now makes it 3-0. Chandler 36 pitches through the first 3 innings. Junior Jays would love to run that pitch count up as much as they could. As Birchfield looking to become the first Junior Jay base runner, and he does. 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man, Birchfield, and the Junior Jays finally putting someone on base here in the bottom of the fourth.
Good eye there from Birchfield to get 4 straight outside of the zone and get on to start off this 4th inning. Now he's got to create some chaos on the base paths. Try and throw Chandler off and get him to make a mistake to some of these Junior J bats near the top of the order. Getting that first guy on. Huge for the Junior Jays, could create some opportunities for him.
First pitch to Ziola. This one will be chopped over to the right side. That one's going to get past Yeager. It'll hit the bag, and Ziola's going to be safe. He tripped over the bag at first. We'll see if it's scored as a hit or an error, but
will be ruled an error.
I believe that to be an E3. So the Junior Jays remain hitless, but 2 on with no out here with the meat of their lineup upcoming. Two of their speediest base runners aboard here with no outs. Tony Caniglio at the plate. He shows bunt. That one inside. It gets away. Here comes Birchfield from second, and he will get cut down trying to score on the pass ball all the way from second. Nearly was able to sneak his hand in there, but a great play behind the dish from French. Cuts down what would have been the Junior Jays' first run. And an eventful first out of the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, Birchfield tried to catch French sleeping there, and he almost did. But French just barely able to catch up to him. Just a great play there behind the plate. He's able to save a run after the ball got away from him. And a huge first out there on a great defensive play.
Ziola still does move up to second on the pass ball. Now here's the 2-0 to Caniglio. This one is going to be skied and fouled over to the right side.
Caniglio hitting .310 with 7 RBI on the season. Very dangerous threat from the number 3 spot in this batting order.
So that one fouled off the plate. And Chandler gets back even 2-2. Two from Chandler. That one's going to get away. Ziola will head up to third. So now base runner up to third. First run for the Junior Jays now 90 feet away. And a full count upcoming for Tony Caniglio.
Having these runners on base, creating a bit of additional pressure. This is what the Junior Jays needed to do. Now on 3-2, Caniglio just needs to take advantage.
Payoff pitch. That one's low. Check swing. They're going to try and appeal. But it will be ball 4. So second walk of the inning will put Tony Caniglio on base. And it will be Teddy Stratman to come out to courtesy run. So runners on the corners with 1 away. And Braden Cato, the cleanup hitter, coming to the dish for the Junior Jays. And now looks to be a mound meeting for the Warriors.
Yeah, this is just to get Chandler's composure back. Runners on the corners here. He has been unhittable when he's hit the zone thus far today, but Junior Jays working a pair of walks and getting a runner on with an error. Chandler is very difficult to get a bat on for this Junior Jays lineup, and Westside hoping he can get out of this jam and pitch some more solid innings for them. But now with runners on the corners, chance for Prep to really alter the course of this game with one good swing as the cleanup hitter Braden Cato up at the plate. Cato leads the team with 11 RBI. Has a great chance to add some more to that total here.
First pitch to Cato is in there for strike one. Cato, one of 3 Nebraska commits from the class of 2026 for these Junior Jays. Another one over there at third, just 90 feet away. Junior Jays looking to try and get themselves on the board. Try to cut into that Warrior lead. They find themselves at a 3-0 deficit. This one shot up the middle. It'll get through. Bounces off the second base bag into center field. It's an RBI single for Braden Cato. The Junior Jays put across their first run of the game, and it's 3-1 Warriors here in the bottom of the fourth, with Jack Cosgrove coming to the plate here with 2 on with only 1 out.
Not the prettiest play ever. Nearly ended up in Chandler's glove and that hit the second base bag, but it's a hit that brings in a run regardless. And Cato gets the first one across for the Junior Jays. Also the first hit for Prep today. Big base hit there.
This one going to be sent into center, but Scholl's back to make the catch for a quick second out. Cosgrove got a good piece of that one, but the wind blowing straight in from center might have killed that one in the air. And Scholl's retreated back to make the catch, and there's 2 away.
You wonder how much that one would have carried if the wind was not blowing in there, but still a good chance for the Junior Jays to get something going. Cal Anthony up at the plate, another one of those Nebraska commits in this lineup, with a runner in scoring position and another on first. Chance to really get something going.
Swung on and missed. Good pitch there from Chandler. Here's the 1-1. Anthony lays off of that one, 2-1. Chandler's 2-1. Gonna get away from the catcher to the backstop. Both runners are going to move up to scoring position. And the tying run moving up to second.
This is something we've seen with the Junior Jays pitching staff a lot this year. Issues with wild pitches and passed balls have been a major issue for them, so has to be a bit of a relief to see that go the other way here in this 4th inning. Now they have to take advantage of that and get some runs across.
3-1 is up and out. Third walk of the inning forced by the Junior Jays. And the bases are loaded here with 2 outs.
Who's at the shortstop, number 9, Garrett Anderson.
It's interesting because Chandler coming into today with only 3 walks on the season. He's got 3 here in the bottom of the 4th alone.
Now with the team's leader in hits so far this year, Garrett Anderson up at the plate. Chance to really do some damage with 2 in scoring position.
Leads the team with a 370 average coming into today. That one down and away, 2-0. Now French will come out to have a chat with his pitcher. He's found himself in a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the fourth. Only given up one hit so far, but finds himself in a pickle nonetheless.
The added variable of these runners being on is shaking him a little bit. He was cruising through the first 3 innings, and now at points this inning he's struggled to even find the strike zone. Needs to get this third out here, but Anderson a very tough out so far this season.
Finds the zone to make it 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And Chandler finding himself right back in this AB. 1 strike away from getting out of the 4th inning hiccup. Two-two pitch. In there, called strike 3. Chandler gets out of the inning, stranding all 3 base runners. The Junior Jays do bring across 1, but the Warriors maintain a 3-1 lead after 4. We've got ourselves a good one here at Jurgensen. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Class A baseball right here on CPSN. Junior Jays find themselves on the board finally in the bottom half of the 4th, but still find themselves at a 2-run deficit as we've now hit the 5th inning here at Jurgensen. Ethan Laux back out there for his 5th inning of action.
Now back at the top of the order, Braden Hosey. 0 for 1, struck out his first time, hit a sacrifice bunt to move Kai Frederick up to second, his second time up.
This one gets shot foul. Had a pop on that one. But now makes it a 1-2 count.
Another interesting aspect here is now 3rd time through the order. Westside seeing Laux already twice. So be interesting to see how he attacks hitters this 3rd time through now.
Two once again. Low will fill the count. Laux, his 61st pitch of the evening, will get fouled off as Hosey continues to battle. 8th pitch of the AB. On its way as a breaking ball is in there, swung on and missed by Hosey. So a battle there between Laux and Hosey is won by Laux as he's able to finally put the Warriors leadoff man down on strikes. And now Nicola French will come to the plate. That breaking ball gets away from Laux. French doesn't even have to move. It plunks him. He'll go on to first.
He's getting some good movement on that breaking ball, which worked for him on that pitch to Hosey that struck him out, but that time moved a little bit too much, and French doesn't really have to do anything there, just lets the ball hit him, and he gets to take his base. And now with runner on first, pretty much the last guy they want up with a runner on base, Trey Savoy, steps up. 1 for 1 with an RBI single and a walk.
Here's the courtesy runner, Luke Starlin, taking off immediately, and then he's going to get cut down at second. Caniglio not fooled as the Warriors tried to catch him napping, but they'll catch Starlin stealing. So now no one on with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Westside trying to get a runner in scoring position for Savoy. Take a little bit of a risk there, and it just doesn't pay off for him. A great throw down from Caniglio, and big second out there, which also takes the threat off of the bases, allows him to feel a lot more confident attacking Savoy here.
This one a slow chopper back to Laux. He'll field it on to first. And the side is retired. Junior Jays make quick work of the Warriors in the top of the 5th. But they've still got some work to do of their own on offense. We will be right back through 4.5 here at Jurgensen. Bottom of the 5th here at Jurgensen. Junior Jays looking to get something going on offense. They were able to load the bases back in the bottom half of the 4th, but were only able to bring across 1 as Marcus Chandler has given the Warriors 4 quality innings thus far. As Smithburg fouls off the second pitch he sees, and he's quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Junior Jays made Chandler throw 24 pitches in the bottom of the 4th after he got through the first 3 in just 36. If they can continue to work that pitch count and get some solid contact off him, it'll be big for them down the stretch of this game. Need to get some runners on here in the 5th.
Chandler up to 62 pitches so far. 1-2 pitch, outside part of the plate, called strike 3. Chandler sits down Smithburg on strikes for the first out of the bottom of the 5th.
Strikeout number 6 there, great pitch on the outside, and just gets a big first out here in the 5th. Chandler looking to get these two guys at the bottom of the order down to avoid getting in trouble with the top of the order coming back up as Birchfield due up in the inning.
This one fouled away. Lysek, the San Diego signee. You're batting ninth this evening. Looking to get something going for the Junior J offense. Down 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Two one from Chandler. Just misses the outside part of the plate. And Lysek, hitters count now 3-1.
3-1. If Lysek can get on as a 9-hole hitter and set up the top of this order with a runner on, be big. And it's a close pitch right there, one that the Junior Jays really wanted, but still a 3-2 count.
Payoff pitch. Fouled back. Lysek staying alive. As we've noticed, a lot of pitches on that outside part of the plate getting awarded. It's been called the same way all night long. But batter's definitely going to need to be mindful of that, but Lysek mindful of that one as it sails high and in, and he's able to work himself a 7-pitch walk and get himself on base as the lineup card flips over for the top of the lineup here with only one away. As Logan Birchfield coming back up. Fouls off the first pitch he sees.
Birchfield going to be a little bit more aggressive here than Lysek was, looking to create some runs with his bat here and get a hold of one.
Oh, 1 is down and away. French blocks it. There's action over in the Westside bullpen. Andrew Tagg. Getting warm if he is needed. As Chandler's pitch count now up to 73 on the 74th pitch. It's a 6-4-3 double play that will end the inning for the Warriors. Much needed defense will end the 5th as the Warriors maintain a 2-run lead. They lead it 3-1 as we head to the 6th here at Jurgensen. Top of the 6th here at Jurgensen. The Warriors leading things 3-1. Easton Laux back out there for the Junior Jays, the starter, with 66 pitches through 5 innings. His line so far, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He's faced 21 through 5 innings. All 3 of those runs coming in the top half of the third, as he will face 4, 5, and 6 for the Warriors. As Jack Scholes will lead things off.
This part of the order has been what's given Laux troubles thus far.
As that one hits Scholes in the helmet, they will check on him, but a leadoff base runner for the Warriors here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, just lost one inside.
Look at the pitcher, number 19, Marcus Chandler.
It's a painful one to take from Scholes, but appears to be all right. That's a good sign. And now Coach Mooney coming out, and that might be the night for Laux. Bit surprising at just 68 pitches, but Junior Jays turning to the bullpen here in the 6th, it looks like.
It will be the senior Josh Carney who will come in to replace Easton Laux after 5 innings of work from the Junior J starter. As Laux night comes to an end here in the top of the 6th. Westside with a 3-1 lead. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We will introduce you to the Junior Jays reliever, Josh Carney. A call to the bullpen for the Junior Jays here in the top of the 6th after Laux plunked the leadoff man, Scholes, in the head to start things off. Colton, what can you tell us about the Junior J reliever, Josh Carney?
It's been a bit of a rough start to the season for Carney, but he was really good last season, looking to get back to his form from last year. A big thing for him is going to be putting the ball in the strike zone.
And nearly got Scholes over there at first with a quick pickoff move.
Going back to Carney, 5 walks and 4 hit by pitches in 7 innings so far this season. It's been
This one going to get shot to the left side gap. And the Warriors quickly with 2 base runners here in the top of the 6th.
Second baseman, number 8, Liam Cronican.
So Liam Cronican coming up to the plate. 2 on with no out. Warriors looking to add some insurance here late in this one. It's been a fast-moving game so far. Both Laux and Chandler working quickly through both lineups. But now Warriors threatening here in the top of the 6th. defensive shift for the Junior Jays as Caniglio fires down to second, trying to catch Scholes sleeping. But that one was in there for ball one.
This is an ideal bunt situation for Westside. Wind blowing in. There's not going to be as much opportunity for balls in the gap, and if they can get both runners up in scoring position, any insurance run's going to help Westside out at this point. So they'll definitely look to move both of these runners up.
Cronican 0 for 2 so far at the plate. One pitch. He shows bunt. He does go around. Count 1-2.
That's big for the Junior Jays. Getting it to 2 strikes, probably not a situation where they can bunt it now, considering that any foul on a bunt results in a strikeout. So they'll presumably let Cronican swing away here.
That went down and away, count even. Ooh, that one nearly snuck away from Birchfield into center, but Carney smiling that one off as his second baseman able to keep that one from sneaking away. Back to the rubber, 2-2 pitch, up and in, full count.
He's going to need to find the zone here on 3-2. Can't afford to issue a walk here. Even a grounder that moves both of these runners up would be big. Just need a good pitch to get this guy out if you're Kearney.
Payoff, check swing, he went around, strike 3. Big first out for the don't committing Kearney. Cronican doesn't like the call, but nonetheless, it's a swinging strikeout forced by Kearney for the first out of the inning.
Great pitch there to get Cronican to go around, and that is a huge first out of the inning because not only does it get him one out closer, but it brings the double play more into potential focus. Getting any out here, if you don't allow the runners to advance, is the ideal circumstance for Kearney.
Fresh count to Burke Brown. Finds the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Fouled away. And Kearney finding himself in a favorable position here early.
Brown's hit a liner each of his first 2 times. That's typically the type of batted ball that gets the best outcomes. So Kearney's going to look to avoid him getting that type of contact.
High pitch is swung on and missed. Kearney back-to-back strikeouts and a crucial second out here in the top of the 6th as Harrison Yeager stepping to the plate.
Getting some big swings and misses, and back-to-back strikeouts put him in a great spot here with 2 outs to get something good against Yeager, who has gotten out each of his first 2 times up. Kearney will look to throw something that could get a ball on the ground here. Force at either first, second, or third.
2 pitches, 2 strikes for Kearney, as he looks to get out of this jam. Kearney sets. Kicks, deals the 0-2. This one going to be grounded over to second. Birchfield on to first. And that will do it. Kearney coming in and retiring the side. But the Junior J offense still with work to do, down 3-1, running out of time as we head for the home half of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th. Junior Jays still down 2. And Marcus Chandler still out there for the Warriors. 74 pitches through 5 innings of work. As the Junior Jays is down to 6 outs. Trying to fight back against their rival Warriors. I got a meeting between French and his pitcher in Chandler.
Chandler, after cruising for the first 3 innings, has looked a little bit vulnerable these last couple of frames. Issued 4 walks over the last 2 innings. Going to need to put the ball in the strike zone if he wants to get some big outs down the stretch and finish this game off.
So that one fouled off by Ziola. Defensive substitution for the Warriors, Ben Everroad, now in left as Kai Frederick heads to the bullpen to warm up. That one in there for strike 2. As Frederick up in the count here on the Junior Jays 2-hitter. 2-3-4 for Creighton Prep coming up. Here in the bottom of the 6th, this seems like an inning they have to have some sort of offensive production if they want to try and mount a comeback here late in this one. Count even, 2-2. Chandler's pitch is fouled off. Ziola staying alive.
Chandler's got some good strikeout stuff, so on 2 strikes becomes a lot more interesting.
Ziola staying alive once again, fouls one off into the Warrior dugout. To the 2-2 once again. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Far outside, count full. Ziola battling here. It's Chandler up to 81 pitches. Payoff pitch. Up and in, and it's a leadoff walk for Charlie Ziola. That's big as the meat of the Junior J lineup coming up. So a base runner with no outs.
At this point, you just need to get Ziola across any way you possibly can this inning. You don't have to make up the entire deficit right here. If you get one across, that puts you in a position where you only need one in the 7th.
That one hits Caniglio, and it's 2 quick base runners for the Junior Jays.
Now with Cato up, this seems like the perfect situation for a bunt. Move both of these runners up into scoring position. Now Westside will have another mound meeting. It appears like Chandler will stay in the game for the time being, but just trying to calm him down and get him to lock back in.
83 pitches on the day for Chandler. 5 walks on the evening. He came in tonight with only 3 the entire season. But 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts. Caniglio over at first, and Ziola up at second. A very long mound visit for Westside, but that one will come to an end. Once again, Kai Frederick out in the bullpen for Westside.
Now batting for the Junior Jays.
Junior Jays will not courtesy run for Caniglio over at first. So 2 on with no outs for Braden Cato.
Looks like he's going to square around a bunt here.
Shows bunt. And fouls that one off. Cato with the lone hit this evening for the Junior Jays. Had the RBI single back in the 4th. That gave the Junior Jays their singular run up to this point. But he would love to add to that. But he is turning to bunt once again.
Chandler just trying to keep Ziola honest at second there. Ziola probably not a threat to steal third here.
First baseman Yeager playing very far in that one behind Cato. But you can see the right side of your screen. Harrison Yeager charging in from first, trying to eliminate any sort of production out of a bunt for the Junior Jays. Cato showing to bunt once again. He gets it down and once again fouls it off. And now, option of a bunt very likely out of the picture as Cato back behind in the count 1-2.
Cato already with an RBI today, 12 so far on the season. He'll have a chance to add to that now that they won't have him laying down a bunt.
This one going to get chopped to the right side, and it's bobbled by Kronikin over at second onto first. He's able to get the out. So a big first out for the Warriors. But both base runners moving up into scoring position. And now Jack Cosgrove will come to the plate, and as there's a discussion between both umpires, as Cato does remain over at first, and they do convene and confirm the out. So a 4-3 put out. Kronikin bobbled that one over at second, but still able to fire it over to first just in time to cut down Cato. But now the tying run up to second. Here with 2 on with 1 out, Jack Cosgrove coming up to the plate in a crucial spot. That went inside. Chandler up to 88 pitches so far. Finds himself in a very unfavorable and unlikable situation as he falls behind in the count 2-0.
And a lot of Cosgrove's power here limited by the fact that the wind is blowing in. But he's got some good contact on each of his first 2 swings of the game, and now on a 3-0 count. I don't even know if Westside's going to be very competitive towards him.
Three-0 to Cosgrove. That one misses. 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for Nebraska commit Cal Anthony.
Anthony has yet to put a ball in play today. Struck out his first time, walked his second, and he will not face Chandler a third time as Westside is going to go to the bullpen here.
So that will be the end of the day for Marcus Chandler. Gave the Warriors a very solid 5 1/3, but his night will come to a close as Kai Frederick will come in from the bullpen to relieve him here with the bases loaded and 1 out. We will take a break as Chandler's night comes to an end. But the Junior Jays threatening down 3-1. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere. Got a good one here at Jurgensen. Junior Jays able to chase Marcus Chandler from the game here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Kai Frederick inheriting a bases loaded 1 out situation. Colton, what do you have on the freshman reliever for the Warriors?
Yeah, Frederick making his 5th appearance of the season, 7 innings pitched, just a 2 ERA, has struck out 6 and walked just 2. Given up 5 hits in 7 innings. Not as immediately scary as Marcus Chandler
Right fielder, number
was
11,
for the
Cal
Junior
Anderson.
Jays, but still a difficult pitcher to face. But the Junior Jays bring up one of their top hitters in Cal Anthony.
Swung on and missed the first pitch from Frederick. Andrew Tagg out there in left for the Warriors. That one's going to kick away from French, and Ziola will come in to score. Junior Jays cut the lead 3-2, and now the tying run moves just 90 feet away here in the bottom of the sixth, and that does eliminate the double play ball.
That is a big break for the Junior Jays. After that Lincoln East game last week where wild pitches really did the bullpen in after they entered the sixth inning with the lead. Now in the sixth, trailing by 2, a huge wild pitch to bring in a run.
Anthony chopper over to second. This will get the job done. On to first. It's an RBI ground out for Cal Anthony, and the Junior Jays have tied this one in the bottom of the sixth.
Some good hitting there from Anthony to just put it in play on the ground, and Junior Jay is able to get that tying run across, and now they've still got a good chance to take the lead here with a runner on third. Their leader in batting average heading into this game, Garrett Anderson, up at the plate. He has struck out both of his first 2 times today, but still is excelled early on this season. And look to step up big yet again.
That one misses for ball 1. As you mentioned, Anderson coming into today, Junior Jay's leader in batting average, 0 for 2 today, but the go-ahead run 90 feet away. That one in there for strike 2.
Now with 2 strikes, Anderson going to be protecting the plate.
One-two pitch. Upstairs. Count even.
Goal's just to get on base any way you possibly can. If you can bring in the run, that's great, but a walk here keeps the inning alive.
That one in there. Strike 3. Frederick catches. Anderson looking to end the inning, but the Junior Jays bring across a pair to tie this one at 3 apiece as we head to the final frame. 7th inning coming up here from Jurgensen. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Class A Baseball on CPSN. Junior Jays bring across a pair of runs in the bottom half of the sixth to tie this one at 3-3. Now as we head to the top half of the seventh, it'll be Kai Frederick. And on the top of the Warrior lineup, 9-1-2. due up against Josh Carney, who came in relief for Easton Laux with no outs in the top of the 6th. Now he'll get a clean slate here in the top of the 7th.
So 9-1-2 hitters in Frederick, Hosey, and French due up for the Warriors. Frederick has been maybe the toughest out so far today. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Came around to score in the 3rd.
That one upstairs, 2-1. As you mentioned, Frederick, the 9-hitter, 2 for 2, and a run scored. He's done his job as the back end of the Warrior lineup here this evening as he takes strike 2, count even. Both of these guys looking to set the tone for the inning. That one is down and away, and Frederick chases for the first out of the inning. Carney with a big strikeout to start off the visitor half of the 7th. But now the lineup card flipping over. Braden Hosey coming to the plate.
Ball one up high there. Hosey hit from the right side against the lefty and Laux, and now against the righty Josh Carney, hitting from the left side. Don't see switch hitters in Nebraska very often.
That one fouled away to the left side. Carney's 1-1. Runs in. Here's the 2-1. That one fouled away. Both these sides battling. Count 2-2.
Hosey already having struck out twice today, looking to protect the plate here with 2 strikes and get on any way he possibly can.
That one in there for strike 3. Carney finds the zone and sits down Hosey on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for the senior reliever.
Number 17, the catcher, Nicola French.
Now, Nicola French will come to the plate. No one on, 2 outs. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
French, the best hitter in this Westside lineup, but the Junior Jays have mostly contained him so far today. A hit by pitch and a pair of ground outs. French looking to change that here in a spot where Westside needs him to get on.
That one fouled back. It's 0-2. Oh-2 from Carney. Swung on in the dirt. French isn't even going to try. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Carney. He strikes out the side, and the Junior Jays will head to the bottom of the 7th with a chance to walk it off. We will step aside, but the tables have turned here at Jurgensen. We'll head to the home half of the 7th. Junior Jays will look to walk things off here against the Warriors. Don't go anywhere. We've got a brand new ball game. Junior Jays were down for a majority of the game, but 2 runs in the bottom half of the 6th. And a 1-2-3 inning from Josh Carney in the top half of the 7th have given the Junior Jays a prime opportunity to try and go win this thing. It'll be 8-9. And then the top of the lineup for the Junior Jays to start things off. This one eats up the first baseman. Play over at first, not in time. And Liam Smithberg will get on. The winning run is aboard with no one out after the infield error. That's Harrison Yeager over at first, unable to make the play. And now Teddy Stratman will come into courtesy run for Smithberg over at first. He does represent the winning run.
A great reversal of fortune there for Smithberg. Back in the 3rd, he hit one really hard down the first base line, but hit it right to Yeager for what ended up being an easy out. That time doesn't get as much of it, but luck flipping around and he gets on.
Lysek's bunt is down. They thought about going over to second, but no one there. They will fire on to first for the out. But Lysek does his job. Sacrifice bunt moves Stratman, the winning run, up into scoring position up at second.
Now Stratman 90 feet closer. Curious how competitive they're going to pitch to Logan Birchfield here. Does not have a hit yet today, but with a base open and with Birchfield as the leadoff man, could be an interesting decision on how much they're going to pitch to him here.
That went in there for strike 1. Frederick kick steals. Low for ball 1.
Birchfield this year hitting .290 heading into this game. Looking to improve that average in a big spot.
One from Frederick. Just misses. 2-1. This place, everyone very tense here on a chilly, windy evening in early April. Winning run up at second with 1 away for the Junior Jays. Here's the 2-1 from Frederick. In the dirt, Birchfield lays off.
Now 3-1, an ideal hitter's count for Birchfield. And Westside, as a result, just isn't even going to bother, and they'll put the leadoff man on first for Charlie Ziola. That doesn't impact too much, except that does put the force play in order.
So the intentional walk to Birchfield puts the double play ball in effect as Charlie Ziola will come to the plate. First pitch from Frederick to Ziola. That one catches Ziola, I believe, and now the bases will be loaded.
Frederick just loses one, and that hit by pitch is huge for the Junior Jays. And Bowen Reverts comes up to the plate, his first at bat of the night, and he's got a chance to give the Junior Jays a win with a big hit or even a walk here, in Westside having a mound visit. A walk or a hit by pitch would win the game for the Junior Jays, so they're letting Frederick know to put the ball in the strike zone here. Can't afford to issue a walk that would win the Junior Jays the game. For Reverts, this is just his 11th plate appearance of the season. 1 for 8 with a pair of walks.
So a huge spot here for Bowen Reverts. Just his 12th plate appearance of the season here in a pinch hit situation. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Winning run 90 feet away. Frederick's first pitch in there for strike 1.
Westside playing in on the corners. The outfield shifted in as well.
0-1. Good stop there from French is that one. Chased outside. Bottom 7, bases loaded, winning run on third. 1-1. Check swing from Reberts. He went around. It's 1-2.
It's a big pitch there from Frederick to get him to chase outside. Absolutely needed that, and now that puts him in a much better position here on 1 and 2.
1-2 pitch. In there, strike 3. Frederick sits down Reverts with a backwards K. And now there's 2 away for Braden Cato.
That's an at-bat they just can't afford to have here. Bases loaded, chance to win the game, and they don't even get the ball in play. Now with 2 outs, Braden Cato, who has driven in a run and has the only hit for Prep today, will look to deliver.
This one up the middle. It'll get through. Braden Cato, the only 2 hits for the Junior Jays all day, comes through and wins it in the bottom of the 7th. Junior Jays tied it with 2 in the bottom of the 6th, and then they win it in the bottom of the 7th. What a game and what a win for the Junior Jays.
How fitting of an ending was that? First hit for Creighton Prep of the game was an RBI single up the middle off the bat of Braden Cato. Second hit of the game, an RBI single up the middle off the bat of Braden Cato that wins it. The only 2 hits of the game for the Junior Jays, both coming off of his bat, and he delivers a great comeback win for the Junior Jays against their rivals. And this team showed a lot of fight today. After a rough start to the season, getting this win was essential, and to fight back from a 3-0 deficit against a very tough arm in Marcus Chandler and to end up winning this game. Great performance from the Junior Jays here tonight.
Junior Jays find a way to get it done. They tied it in the bottom of the 6th, and then they end up winning it on a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th. And as you said, what a win that was desperately needed for this Junior J squad as they move to 4-7 on the year, as the Warriors will also fall to 4-7 on the year. But that will do it here from Jurgensen from us tonight. Big thank you to our cameraman Jason Wiest alongside Colton Alder. Junior Jays walk it off. They get the 4-3 win over their rival Westside. We will say goodnight here from our CPSN crew. I'm Mike Knockenauer. Thank you all so much for tuning in this evening, and have a great rest of your week. Good night.